after the aid is lifted, Ukraine still felt pressure to make these statements. And you and Ambassador Taylor were worried that they were going to do it on CNN. And you said that Ambassador Taylor again stressed the importance of staying out of U.S. politics and said he hoped no interview was planned. Mr. Yermak did not answer but shrugged in resignation as if to indicate that they had no choice. In short, everyone thought there was going to be an interview and the Ukrainians believed they had to do it. You're acknowledging, I think, Mr. Holmes, are you not, that Ukraine very much felt the pressure to undertake these investigations that the President, Rudy Giuliani, and Ambassador Sondland and others were demanding?
Yes, sir. And although the hold on the security assistance may have been lifted, there were still things they wanted that they weren't getting, including a meeting with the President in the Oval Office. Whether the hold, the security assistance hold continued or not, Ukrainians understood that that's something the President wanted, and they still wanted important things from the President. So I think that continues to this day. I think they're being very careful. They still need us now going forward. In fact, right now, President Zelensky is trying to arrange a summit meeting with President Putin in the coming weeks, to his first face-to-face meeting with him to try to advance the peace process. He needs our support. He needs President Putin to understand that America supports Zelensky at the highest levels. So this doesn't end with the lifting of the security assistance hold. Ukraine still needs us, and as I said, still fighting us for this very day.
Oh, and I would underscore again, as my colleague did so eloquently, they got caught. That's the reason the aid was finally lifted. Mr. Goldman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning to both of you. Yesterday we heard testimony from Ambassador Gordon Sondland from the European Union, who testified that President Trump wanted Ukraine to announce the investigations into the Biden's Burisma and the 2016 elections because they would benefit him politically, and that he used the leverage of that White House meeting and the security assistance to pressure President Zelensky to do so. Dr. Hill, you testified, I believe that in mid-June, Ambassador Sondland told you that he was in charge of Ukraine policy. Is that right?
That's correct, sir, yes.
Who did he tell you had put him in charge of Ukraine policy?
He told me it was the President.
Mr. Holmes, did you also understand that Ambassador Sondland had been given some authority over Ukraine policy from the President?
We understood that he had been told to work with Mr. Giuliani.
And did he hold himself out as having direct contact and knowledge of the President's priorities and interests?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Holmes, I'm going to go to that.
November